My family, we arrived about 15 years ago, and from the moment we stepped through the doors, we were overwhelmed by this feeling that we had come home.
Bruce and I had already been together 12 or 13 years when we discovered St. Thomas.
I was very insistent that we go to an Episcopal church this time. We had tried all of his churches. Now it's, my turn.
And I always said, I'm not going to that stuffy traditional church. I had a perception of what it was like. From the minute we walked in the door, we just felt very comfortable, felt very welcomed. The community here is not a community of people who are different than us, who have welcomed us. We just showed up and fit in.
What I love most about St. Thomas is I love the people here. I love how warm and authentic they are. It doesn't matter if you're a newcomer or you've been here for 60 years. When you come through those doors, you will be welcomed the same.
When we first arrived, the kids were little. We had just moved to Seattle, felt very like a fish out of water. And then my father died very unexpectedly and suddenly. And we came to church, and someone had mentioned it to a priest that I didn't even know. And so I was standing in church, reading through the names of the people that we were praying for, and there was my father's name. And I heard all these people, strangers, and they all said his name together. I'll carry that with me for the rest of my life.
We've raised our kids here. I can't imagine a better place to raise your kids.
St. Thomas is really home for our family.
It's a great place to explore your faith, but it was also a great place for them to have a community outside of school, which can have its own sort of pressures, but they're able to make friends here that were separate from all of that. They get to hang out with people who are more their grandparents' age, but also are friends with people our age. And then as our kids have gotten older, we still get to see other little kids. So that's a part we've really appreciated too.
Well, I just started teaching in godly play, and I just love the questions that the kids ask. Seeing them work out their faith in real time, for me, that is like one of the most rewarding activities at church.
They also got to know themselves. Like, I think that our kids and their friends that they were friends with here are surprisingly self-aware, and again, they have a community of people that they can turn to, and people that they know are rooting for them.
I can't imagine being anywhere else.
The music here is incredibly beautiful. Music is so important in my faith. We have one of the most talented organists and a choir to just belt out some of the most gorgeous music ever.
I love how after the service here, a lot of people will sit and listen to the postlude and hear the organ play. It's an opportunity to just sit and reflect on the beautiful music and how privileged we are to get to hear that weekly, not just for our concert.
When you come to Medina, you may have a certain perception about who we are and where people live, but we're not simply a Medina church, we're an East Side church.
I think people come from all over for the fellowship, for what it offers families, for the music.
But it's very much a, come as you are kind of church.
I think that is why you see people from all over, because you're really drawing in people who are sharing the same values. And that's really what binds people together.
In today's society, where we're constantly being asked to define ourselves against something else, St. Thomas provides us the opportunity to define ourselves what we are for together.
It is so easy to be polarized and to feel split apart and to be set up against some other group. When we all come together as the imperfect people that we are with our questions and our doubts, we all draw strength from each other. And our differences are there, yes, but we are working on something bigger together.
We say we practice the hospitality of God and all are welcome, and we walk that walk. We really live by that.
Mm-hmm. We do.
We don't know the stories that people hold when they enter through our doors. So to continue to see one another as human beings first, that you might be seen and known as a beloved child of God. That's my dream for this place.
St. Thomas has just been a mainstay in my life. It's been a foundational piece of how I've come to grow. I've stayed because the relationships we've developed over time have become so rich and meaningful and so central to my life. As a person trying to find their way through the world, I come back to drink from the well, to be with my people sitting in the pews and, taking the bread and taking the wine and looking around and seeing all of us just trying to figure this out together.
I would invite you just to come check it out. Just no matter what your preconceived notions might be about the Episcopal Church, what your preconceived notions might be about the suburbs.
If you've got kids, if you've got teenagers, if you've got parents who are getting older, or you're looking for answers to questions, or you just want to be with somebody for a little while, then this is the place for you.